Good morning and welcome to the second session of Boundaries and Bridges. Today we are going to talk about how to schedule self-care, how to implement routines and resilience practices. My name is Tanya Lauer and I'm a counselor with Life and Work Connections. For your information, there's an article that these sessions were derived from that is available on our website. I will also include a pretty robust list that names emotions on a granular level to really help us, especially when it comes to identifying feelings. So that's there for you as a resource. Having some technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with talking about self-care. I'll tell you, I once worked with a massage therapist who said to me, without self-care, there is nothing else. And since she said that, those words have really resonated with me. I think that's true for all of us, that we have to take care of ourselves before we can really support the people around us, our colleagues, our family. And often it's easy to lose sight of that. So even for scheduling, implementing a consistent breathing practice is something that can be really nice to do for yourself. So there are a lot of options, and I encourage you to find a practice that works for you. Something I do frequently is the hand on heart breathing method, which is holding your hand on your heart and breathing, or both hands. A lot of people like to hold their knees when they breathe, or even hug themselves. The thinking pose like this, putting your forefinger on your top lip, that helps reduce stress and anxiety. Some people do that and breathe. So there's so many physical options. So I encourage you to find a fit for you. Many people count. One standard practice is 4 counts in for an inhale and 4 counts out, and then holding for 4 counts. So pausing and breathing throughout the day is something that can really serve us now. And you can even document in a way that you do your schedule. And of course, as needed is also helpful. So let's pause together and let's take 3 breaths. And please, I encourage you to do it in your own way. Find your own style, and we'll breathe together. Okay, thank you. So the next fundamental way to practice self-care is to identify and regulate our emotions. Many clients I've worked with have told me they don't want to dwell on their feelings or get stuck in them, and it's not productive. So a reframe for that is it's actually proactive to manage our feelings and to hold them, to have the chance to name them. And again, that resource will be provided for you on your website of the list of emotions. I also mentioned quite a bit that you can use emojis on your phone, as we're all kind of accustomed to doing in our messages. So finding a way to really name how you feel is a way to observe your feelings. And as the renowned author and psychiatrist Dan Siegel has stated, if we name it, we can tame it. So when you're scheduling your practice and you identify your feelings, imagine you're naming it and you're taming whatever's coming up for you. And the goal is to invite all of your feelings in from a neutral stance, and then eventually they will pass, but really holding space for them so we don't get overwhelmed with them. So this is our first beginning in the self-care practice, and I would say the most important part of your scheduling. So just like you commit to meetings and other Zoom appointments you have, I encourage you to really commit to yourself. So we're going to move into routines and rituals. First, I'm going to ask you to consider how you orient to time. Are you often early, late? Do you prefer to be busy? Or do you like an open schedule? So consider providing balance now with how you orient to time, and also how this transition over the last weeks has really impacted how you feel about time. I do want to just mention a footnote. If you have some anxiety about the absence of rituals, you're not alone. That's a common reaction and an adjustment. So it's okay to be aware of that. Many of the routines that we are really accustomed to, we're no longer moving with. That dance that we've known, we've really had to adjust and change our rhythm. So we have an opportunity to create new rituals. In general, consistent routines help us feel calm and safe through transitions. Here are some steps to help you to support you with that. So the first thing is finding a consistent time to wake up in the morning and keeping that consistent, giving yourself that structure. Many of us have had to let go of carrying our coffee, our tea and tumblers in traffic on our way to work. So instead, really creating a ritual around how you take your coffee or tea, how you get dressed in the morning, maybe how you make your bed and set up your workspace. So really noticing these small habits and how essential they are for your own wellness. Throughout the day, it's important to take time to pause and breathe. And as I mentioned earlier, to check in with yourself and see how you're feeling. Also being able to get out of your chair and move, go for a walk. So throughout the day, making that time and really supporting your own health with these small practices. At the end of the day, if you can find a way to close the curtain on your work time and even close down your physical space. And of course, when you're done with work, if you can create time to really play and try to have some fun. A lot of people are digging up old photo albums, recipes, cooking together, playing, dancing routines are all over social media, sharing stories, watching the moon, walking outside. In the next weeks, observe how your routines promote your resiliency and take inventory and notice what boundaries and bridges you are building. So next, we're going to talk about resilience work. So a big part of self-care is really noticing what we're doing well. Often we can get very skillful and becoming critical of ourselves and noticing our deficiencies. So we are all adapting and changing right now. So noticing that, what are you doing well? And observing that. And you can even write that down and reflect that back to people that you work with or with family members. You could also engage in a practice once a day or once a week, whatever works for you. And I will say, we all know that we've been provided with an opportunity right now to really build our resilience. So why not lean into it together? So we're going to engage in a resilience practice together that was inspired by Viktor Frankl. Many of you may be familiar with him and his book, A Man's Search for Meaning. So in case you aren't familiar with him, he's a survivor of the Holocaust. He's has died, but his book and his message has lived on. What helped him endure living in a concentration camp was focusing on the love he felt for his wife and family, and his hope to become a psychiatrist and share his story and methods to help others. Focusing on love and connection and our dreams helps us survive and move through adversity as well. So what I'd like to do is do a resilience practice together in these next few minutes. If you can find a comfortable position in your chair and sit back. If you'd like, you can close your eyes and relax and breathe. So I'd like you to focus on the people who have held you with support and love. These people can be the ones you're close to now or people from your past. And breathe. Imagine their faces, their hands, the color of their eyes, and the sound of their voices. Wrap yourself in the comfort and warmth of their support, holding you, and breathe. Now focus on you, the voice that is inside of you, that holds your wishes and your dreams. Maybe you have a vision of engaging in an activity or an artistic endeavor or a career aspiration. Imagine living this vision, actualizing it, and breathe. Maybe there's a place you have hoped to explore. Imagine stepping into this place. Whether it's the sensation of stepping on sand, walking on cobblestones, or the forest floor, or climbing a mountain. Imagine being there as you breathe. Notice your sensations, how you feel, what you smell, what you hear. And stay with these sensations and breathe. When you are ready, you can bring your focus back to the screen. I want to say thank you for participating and joining me, coming together for all of us to work on scheduling self-care and building routines and resilience together. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.